Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk all things fandom and we talk about them in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place. We're so happy to have you. Normally this is something Saturday, but today I have to do our non-spoiler review of Shazam, Fury of the Gods. So let's jump into it. Alright, so I'm going to keep this a little bit simple. Because if I go too deep into this video, I will actually spoil some stuff for you, and I don't want to do that. The movie was brilliant. Now, I do want to start off by saying that what a lot of people are forgetting, and I'm not hearing anybody talk about, is that Safran is involved in this project. From the beginning, he was involved in the Shazam project, and that's something that is worth noting, because not only does Zachary Levi know Safran and has been friends with him for a long time, but he definitely knew James Gunn even longer. So I think there is a very logical possibility that we could see Shazam in the new DC movies. Now, that being said, I'm not going to spoil anything that happens in the movie because I want you to go and see it. But the movie is very much a throwback to everything that we know from the 80s and even somewhat the early 90s. You know, the Batman that Keaton was involved in. The movie is very lighthearted. There are actually some scenes where I'm sure people are dead. If they're not dead, they're severely injured. But that's the side effect of any superhero movie, even going as far back into the 80s. And this movie, in a lot of ways, did remind me of Superman 2. And that's probably why I enjoyed this movie as much as I did. The fact that this movie reminded me of Superman 2 was just one of the reasons that it made it so endearing. You have three villains fighting against one hero. Well, granted, he has a family of heroes, but Shazam is still the main star of the movie. He's still the main hero and the one that has to fight these people off. And the movie handles these three villains in a somewhat sympathetic way, but in a way that presents them as very much the threat they are meant to be. And they are gods, and they are mad at him, and they are ready to kill him. They actually do a great job of bringing back this nostalgia feeling that you get from watching the 1980s Superman movie, and especially Superman 2, as I think this really does mirror that a lot. And if you've ever seen Superman 2, you'll know what I mean. When you're looking at the movie, you get these vibes from it. And if this is the type of thing that Safran and Gunn are going to be doing going forward, then I am very much down for it. This movie was so much fun, and the comedy was there. The whole comedy vibe that you're missing from a lot of the DC movies was there. It felt very much like we could see this in the future. Very much like this is the type of movies I want them to make. And if they're going to do that, then that's great. Now, I know this movie is supposed to be pre-Safran and Gunn, but the way that they do this movie, I feel that this is the type of movie we need to be seeing from them. And if they don't do movies like this, with this feel-good type of hero, where the hero actually wins because they deserve this victory. And that's the thing. You feel like they deserve this victory. You feel like these are the heroes that are legitimately really good. All the jokes that are made in this movie land really well. The whole plot that they have works very well for what they're doing. Everything that they do works extremely well. And that's kind of the thing about this. It was fun to watch. It was just really fun and brilliant to watch. And you could do a lot worse than this movie. For those reasons, I give this movie 4 stars. It would get more stars if it didn't have to resort to that nostalgic feeling, if I didn't get those Superman 2 vibes, if it made me feel the same way but completely different. But there are a lot of times where I really would compare this movie to Superman 2 in a number of ways. And that's not a spoiler, that's just the way the movie legitimately made me feel. So, you know, for that reason, I completely recommend it. And if you get a chance to see it, go buy a ticket. It's a wonderful, fun movie that you can actually take the whole family to. There's a bit of language in it, but not enough to really be concerned about. In fact, a lot of the language probably will go over the kids' heads in terms of they won't care because they will be watching the action scenes that are involved. So I give the movie 4 stars and definitely worth your time to go and see. That's where we're going to end today's episode. So go ahead and leave us a comment if you have seen the movie, letting us know what you think. And if you haven't, let us know if you're interested in seeing this movie. And make sure to share this video with all of your friends so they get the same great content you get and can be a part of the conversation as well. Then don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the channel and it's free. Miko says we need more subscribers, and you don't want to disappoint Miko, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell while you're down there so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it, fandom is family.